So someone was asking about me showing the products for my skincare routine, and I'm early. I was gonna wash my face before I did my meditation, um, because because these products had lasted me quite a while, and I was starting to get some bumps again from my face mask, and so I was gonna wash my face today. I try not to wash my face like every day. So these products had lasted me over a year. So because I kind of just I wash my face in the shower and stuff, or I just kind of do things naturally. But I try not to wash my face with products because I try not to like upset my skin barrier too much. So I use a lot of gentle cleansers and things like that. I feel as though it's kind of worked in that I don't have a whole lot of like zits or pimples or things like that. I think that's, I'm, if you don't know, I'm 39 years old, so I feel as though that's been pretty good for my skin, to just not upset my skin barrier in that way. Um, so it's worked for me. So my sister bought this for me. It's the Whip Maker because she is a TikTok girly and loves buying things off TikTok. There's a hair. We're gonna remove that. So um, I just like to use a daily facial cleanser, Cetaphil. I just bought it from Target because they had an online thing where you could get the toner and the Cetaphil at one point, for like you could get like a certain dollar amount off when I bought it. So I just put, yeah. So you just put like a couple. So if you don't know how the Whip Maker works, it turns your facial cleanser into, it's like you're churning butter or doing something dirty. I don't know. But basically, you just put a little bit of water in the Whip Maker and it turns your facial cleanser into um, like a foam. You can buy foaming facial cleanser, but um, it turns any facial cleanser into a foam for, half the cost or something. So it just takes a minute. And see, it just turns it into a foam. So then you just apply that to your skin. Ooh. Sorry. Getting the hair out of my face. That's not working. That's not working. All right. Kind of want to get up here. Get those areas. Okay. Okay. So I just let it sit. gonna just take that. You see, I am an artist and I use charcoal. This is clean, but it's got charcoal marks on it from when I this is it's art marks, but that's charcoal from, so I washed it and they never came out. All of my clothes have some kind of like painting or some kind of art supply marks on them. You said, drive my sister nuts. She says, you just want to have paint splatters on your clothes, don't you? And I said, no. It just happens, I promise. Okay. So next we use the glow toner with vitamin C. And you can see we're running out of this. So I'm eventually going to buy some different kinds. I need to get some more of these little pads. So you just put some toner on there. And just kind of, you can see the difference. Like, this is the side that I haven't put it on yet. You can see this is the side I put it on. You can see the difference of like, that one side is a little bit more glowy than the other when you put it on. It's just slight. It's a slight difference. It just brightens the skin. I kind of like to dry off my skin a little bit when I do that. Now, I don't know the order in which to put this because, you know, I bought this as far as Ayurvedics and I still haven't quite figured out the order in which I want to put it on. I think that you're supposed to put it on after you do all of your makeup routine and before you put on your makeup. But I've got rose water and I kind of like to do a little spray of rose water. I've got this rose water. Okay, then I've got this Bioma brightening serum. And the reason why you use the brightening serum is because it's got niaminoside in it, and it's got hyaluronic acid. But the reason why you use niaminoside is because, and the hyaluronic acid is because it makes it so you don't have, because I think it prevents like clogging of pores and things like that, and it tightens the skin. So like, because what it was is the cleanser has hyaluronic acid in it, or has certain things in it, because the Cetaphil has things in it that keep me from getting these two together keep me from getting sebaceous filaments, because I used to get those right here. You know, you get those like little black spots on your nose and you squeeze them in the little sebaceous filaments. I just thought that those were blackheads, but the niaminoside, the hyaluronic acid, keeps it from getting those little sebaceous filaments in my nose. So you just put a little bit of that along with the cleanser, and it'll keep you from getting those filaments right there. So ever since doing this skincare routine, I don't get those little black spots on my nose anymore. So just so you know, having this Cetaphil, super cheap but super effective. That's why dermatologists, it says #1 dermatologist recommended, is because it's so good at getting rid of those filaments. I like this brand specifically, the Bioma, is because it's a vegan skincare product. It's vegan friendly, and you can just find it. Most of this stuff I found at Target. So I have 2 different kinds of moisturizer. When I first bought my moisturizer, I was using the CeraVe, which has SPF in it, but I found out that it doesn't have enough SPF to cover your skin. So I thought, I'll just get a 2-in-1 moisturizer that has an SPF in it, but it's very deceiving because it doesn't have enough SPF in it to cover your skin. So you need to buy SPF on top of the SPF that's in your moisturizer. So I don't quite use this I don't use this anymore because I have to put an SPF on top of it, so it makes my skin feel kind of greasy and oily. My sister, for my birthday, bought me a moisturizer, which is this La Roche-Posay, which it's not so heavy. My mom had bought me skincare for Christmas, and she bought me this moisturizer that was really good, and I used all of it up. It was so good. But my sister bought me this for my birthday. So I like to use this. You just use a little bit of it. I'm running out of it, I think. It's so good. I still think about this one kind of skincare that I bought back in 2016. I had bought this specific type. This is back when I was in my 30s, and I was like, oh yeah. I was starting to get. I was so triggered that I thought, I'm 30. I'm getting wrinkles or something. So I bought this serum that would tighten up my wrinkles around my eyes. And so I would put it in like once a month, and it would tighten all of my facial things. But I bought it in Hawaii, and so it was like $100. But that's why my wrinkles around my face are so good, is because when I was in my 30s, I had done some preventative care about getting wrinkles. But I can't remember the brand because otherwise I would buy it again. It was so good. It had a picture of a lion on it, but it was so good. I wish I could find that brand again because I really liked it a lot. But then, so at night, what I do is, my mom had bought me this for Christmas as well. It's this Pond's Dark Corrector spot thing that I put around my eyes. I put that on at night, but I don't put it on during the daytime. So it gets rid of dark circles on the eyes. I don't really have a whole lot of dark circles, as you can tell. Like, my eyes look pretty good. But just as like a preventative thing, because I'm getting around 40, so I like to put that under my eyes. My mom just, bought those because my mom bought these like little gift goodie bags for my sisters and I, full of like hair care and skincare and nail care products. So that was just kind of in the goodie bag that my mom bought for us. So during the daytime, at the end, I like to put on some, I'm not going to put it on because I'm about to take a shower. But I also like to put an SPF because I like to take care of my skin. But because it's also like 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'll put it on some later. But I like to put on an SPF to take care of my skin, because it's always good when you finish up your skincare routine, before you put on your makeup or anything like that, to put on an SPF, especially if you're not putting on any makeup or anything like that. Putting on sunscreen protects your skin because you don't want to, your skin is very sensitive. You've just damaged, doing a skincare routine kind of wears down your skin barrier a little bit. So you want to protect your skin barrier. You want to protect your skin. So put on an SPF. My sister bought me one with an SPF 50. So that's kind of like a really strong one. So using SPF, I highly suggest using SPF, higher SPF for your skin, just to kind of protect it from any further skin damage. So I like to put that on. Yeah, it has protected my skin really well. As you can see, looks pretty good for about 40, I would say. I'll be 40 in January, so I think it's done pretty good for me. But like I said, I don't do the skincare routine all the time. These skincare products have lasted me over a year. I do this very intermittently because I like my skin. I don't like to damage my skin barrier, so I do this probably like maybe once or twice a week. If that, I just kind of, do it as needed. When I start to feel as though my skin is getting kind of like it needs a wash, then I'll do it. But I try not to wash my skin too much because, sometimes I like to do, because my sister bought me this. My sister likes to buy me, because it's sort of like a little gift you can give yourself, a little treat you can do for yourself. My sister bought me a gua sha. She had bought me a skincare fridge too, and I never used the skincare fridge because she bought that up. She was inspired by TikTok, and she was like, "Oh, you're supposed to, refrigerate your moisturizer and stuff." And so I have these too, these like face masks. You're supposed to put your face mask and stuff in there, but I haven't used these in a long time. I have them, but I don't really use them very much. Those have been sitting there for over 2 years. So, so it used up so much energy that I just unplugged it because I was like, I don't understand the point of this, because, like during the winter time, my power kept going out. And so, because I have an ice maker, a coffee machine, and a skincare fridge, and I was like, I think I'm just sucking too much power in my building. So I unplugged it, and I just never plugged it back in. But I have one of these. I like to kind of do one of these because it kind of shapes the face. And I do those kind of as necessary. Sometimes I'll just be sitting there and I'll just be like doing this. But I do this kind of as necessary. Sometimes I won't wash my face. I'll just kind of do this. But I kind of wash it off as needed. And then I watched videos on how to use the gua sha. Because it's supposed to be like lymphatic drainage in the face. So you're supposed to do it when your face is wet. So like after you do your toner, before, like when you're putting your moisturizer on, you're supposed to use the gua sha because you're supposed to do it when your face is kind of like wet. Or like after you wash your face. Sometimes they say that after you wash your face, or like when you put your moisturizer on, when your face is kind of still in that like sticky wet phase, so you're kind of like, it's able to like glide across your face better. So you put it on your face and you're kind of like, you're having it move against, because you're supposed to kind of bring it down, and like, because you're draining it down, or like draining it down the lymph, you're draining it down the lymph, and you're draining it down the lymph. So there are videos to watch that explain it a little bit better than I can. I definitely am not an expert on how to use a gua sha. But yeah, it's about draining the lymph. And that's why people use the gua sha, is it's draining the lymph. But yeah, so let me drink the rest of my water, and we will finish this video.